Okay, so let's look at this particular question. Two cos y plus 3, 5/3, blah, blah, blah. So if you are going to solve this, first, you can decide to send the sine y plus pi/3 to the left. So I'm going to have 2 cos y plus pi/3 sine y plus pi/3 minus sine y plus pi/3 to be equal to 0. We have two terms there. Sine y plus pi/3 is common, so I can factor it out. Sine y plus pi/3. Then if you divide the first term by that, you're going to get 2 cos y plus pi/3. Then that should be minus, here becomes 1. Should be equal to 0. So if this is equal to 0, then the first one can be equal to 0, second can be equal to 0. So sine y plus pi/3 should be equal to 0. So in that case, y plus pi/3 is the sine inverse of 0. Now, what would the value of sine inverse of 0 give you? So sine inverse of 0 is the value plus pi multipliers, because what's the cast diagram? Okay. What's the cast diagram? It means that if you add 180 to any of the angles, it goes to pi. If you have sine 30, it's the same as sine 210, and so on and so forth. So in that case, all we can say is that sine y plus pi/3 should either be 0 or n pi. So in that case, if it's 0, fine. So if it's 0, pi/3 will be negative. So we can't use that. So if it is pi, so you can say y plus pi/3 is equal to what? Pi. That's 180. Because sine values is n pi, multipliers of pi. So that means I'm going to have y is equal to pi minus pi out of 3. And that's going to be 2/3 pi. So you can have 2 pi. So in that case, y plus pi/3 becomes what? 2 pi. So y is 2 pi minus pi out of 3. And that would also be, is it 4? So that's 2/3. So that's 5 out of 3 pi. Don't forget the value should be within this. So if I use 3 pi, it will go beyond 2 pi. So the only values for sine that can work for y is 2/3 pi and then 5 out of 3 pi. I will go to the second case study, which is this one being equal to 0. So in that case, cos that particular angle y plus pi/3 should be equal to, this is 2 here, it should be equal to 1. Equal to 0, so 0 plus 1 is 1. So that will be half. So cos y plus pi/3 is equal to half. So y plus pi/3 should also be cos inverse of half. So what's the cos inverse of half? It is always the angle that you have plus the full rotation. That's plus 2 pi. So the angle plus 2 pi, the angle plus multipliers of 2 pi, angle plus multipliers of 2 pi in that order. So in that case, what is the angle for cos half? The first angle in the first quadrant for 2 pi for cos inverse of half. So cos inverse of half is 60, that's pi over 3. Okay, 60 pi over 3. So the first angle is 60, that's pi over 3. So if the value is pi over 3, we have y plus pi over 3 being equal to pi over 3. So y should now be 0. Then now plus complete, that's 2 pi. If I add 2 pi to pi over 3, I'm going to have, I think, a full rotation to that will be 5. Uh, if I add 2 to pi over 3, I'm coming. Okay. But the cost values can be 2. That's one thing you should know. Also, the term cash flow. Cost, cost is here. So it's plus pi. Rather plus pi. Plus multipliers of pi rather. So if I have the first multiplier of pi, that would be pi over 3 plus pi. And that's 5 over 3 pi. Right? That's 4 over 3, 4 over 3 or 5 over 3. Y is 0. So y plus pi out of 3 should now be equal to um 5 out of 3 pi. So if you go the other way around, you are going to also produce for third pi. If you solve the y, 4 out of 3 pi. That's also one value. And its multipliers. So we can have for third pi for one. Then the other one will also be large. Okay. To be larger than it. So if you look at pi over 3, this one again plus 180, that's plus pi. I'm going to get 8 over 3 pi. And that will be 7 over 3 pi, which is way beyond the 2 pi. I don't know if you understand. This one is for third pi. This one is 0. So if I add again plus pi, I'm going to get 8 over 3 pi. So y plus pi over 3 is 8 over 3 pi. So 8 over 3 pi. So if you take pi over 3, they're going to get 7 over 3 pi. And the angle should be between 0 and 2 pi. And 7 over 3 pi is more than that. So the only value is for third pi for this. So if you combine all the answers, 0 should work. For the sign, we had 2 over 3 pi and 5 out of 3 pi. That's also work. And we also had 4 over 3 pi. So you see, for the sign, we had 2 over 3 pi and 5 over 3 pi. And for the cos, we had 0 and then 4 3 pi. So all these four are the values of y. Okay.